So here are all the different kinds of representations we can have for functions. We can have graphs, we can have mappings, we can have tables, we can have ordered pairs, all the options. So functions can be represented by all of those things, and even equations can be functions. Now, personally, if we're trying to figure out if an equation is a function, I would type it in y equals in the calculator and then look at the graph. To be a function, this is the most important thing. The x value cannot repeat. It is totally fine if the y value does, but the x value cannot repeat. And to determine if a graph is a function, we're going to use the vertical line test, like shown here. I've got a vertical line. I'm basically going to drag it across this graph, and if it only touches once at all times, it's a function. If it touches twice, it's not a function. The most common way to ask if something is a function, which I've had a lot of questions about when we do practice star things, is if we say, does this relationship show y is a function of x? I'm just asking you if this graph or table or ordered pairs or mapping is a function. If I ask you, does this relationship show y is a function of x, I'm basically asking which one's a function. So determine whether the following relationships are functions or non-functions. Here, when I do the vertical line test, I see that that line touches the graph twice, so it is not a function. Okay, it's not a function if it touches more than once. Here, I see that all the x values, well, we have 1, 0, 1. These two x values repeat, therefore it is not a function. If I type y equals negative 2x plus 3 into the calculator, I'm going to get a straight diagonal line. So it's going to be a function because if I do the vertical line test, it's only going to touch once. Here I see on the mapping, I have two lines coming off one. Therefore, it's not a function because the x value repeats. Again, the biggest thing about functions and non-functions, does the x value repeat? If it doesn't, it's a function. If it does, it's not a function.